Hello friends, welcome to Suresh Aggarwal's Mathematics Shortcuts. The speed maths is wonderful. I am going to demonstrate this in this video and I have adopted the method from the books, The Ultimate Guide to Speed Maths, which are available with us now. What is the method all about? The method talks about solving the quadratic equations with irrational coefficients. See, whenever there are square roots in a quadratic equation, the equation looks all the more difficult, and that's where most of the students are facing a problem. Now, I am going to demonstrate how the students solve it traditionally, and if it comes as a multiple choice question where the steps don't matter, how do you crack it within 5 to 7 seconds. So watch the complete video. You are going to learn something very special, and all the class 9th 10th students watch this and practice this. This is going to prove a very important video for all of you. So friends, the question which I am going to take up is again the part of this ultimate guide to speed maths. As you can see here, I have written a question 2 times and I am going to use the shortest trick for this quadratic equation. 3 root 5 x square plus 26x minus 8 root 5 equal to 0. Why did I write it 2 times? Because I will show you the traditional approach and I will show you how the speed maths works. So what are we going to do? We have to split the middle term, right? So everybody will tell us, including the teachers who are teaching this amazing chapter of quadratic equations, that the middle term is 26. So you need two numbers A and B whose sum is 26 and whose product is the product of the first coefficient, that is 3 root 5, times the second coefficient here, which is minus 8 root 5. And so when we multiply this, we are going to get a big number, right? And I think the number is 8 3s are 24 and 5 120. Now pretty easy here to split the middle term, because 26 will be obtained by splitting it into 20 and 6, and 20 times 6 is 120. So splitting the middle term is not at all a problem. I will tell you where the problem lies. So I have split the middle term, negative 20 and negative 6, right? Does it work? I don't think so. Most of the students are going to commit this error. You know why? Because I need a negative product. So 20 and 6 is not going to work for me. So what are the middle term split factors? They are something else. For that, I just need to look into these factors again. And 120, it is written as 20 times 6, all right. But it can also be written as 30 times 4. And 30 plus 4, 34. But 30 minus 4 is 26, which will give me my answer, because the middle term split factors will now become 30 and minus 4. And this is the first basic error which the students do. They do this sign error, and therefore the middle term splitting becomes difficult and wrong. So once having these factors, you just have to put it here, right? 3 root 5 x square plus 30x minus 4x minus 8 root 5 equal to 0. Now this is what the students are doing, and then they take out the common factor from this, which is an obvious common factor, 3x, which gives me root 5x plus 10 in the bracket, and then the common factor from these two is minus 4, so x plus 2 root 5 in the bracket equal to 0. But now there is a hidden factor. Now this is important. If you are watching this for learning the traditional approach, this step is the most important step. Here we have x plus 2 root 5, which further doesn't have any common factor between them. But here 3x and root 5x plus this 10 can further be split as 5 times 2. That is root 5 times root 5 times 2. Now this is the important step, and the remaining part, minus 4x plus 2 root 5 equal to 0, that doesn't change. Now this hidden factor root 5 comes out, giving me 3 root 5x outside the bracket and x plus 2 root 5 inside the bracket, which actually becomes comfortable for me because the two brackets now are same. And once you get the same bracket, you know the process. root 5, 3 root 5 x minus 4 is the first factor and x plus 2 root 5 is the second factor. When you put them separately equal to 0, you will get x equal to 4 upon 3 root 5 from here, and from here you will get minus 2 root 5. Now this is the traditional approach, and see how much of time did I take, and I told you the basic mistake also what the students are doing here. Now watch out for the shortest method to solve this question, and for that let me get back to this. This contains 350 such short methods, and if you are not studying these and appearing in the competitive exams and Olympiads, you are actually competing with minds who already know all these things, and you might be solving question number 4 and somebody else might be solving question number 14, and that's what is the difference between selection and non-selection in competitive exams. So if you see this is volume 1. If you open any random page, you have lots and lots of video links. Look at this. So many video links, so many challenge zones, practice questions, illustrations, everything. This is a research-based content which every student should have. And how do you get a copy of these speed maths books? You have to send me a message on WhatsApp. This is the WhatsApp number, or you can purchase it from Amazon. The links are given in the description of this video. Watch out, friends. I am going to tell you the shortest method now. How did I split the middle term? 30 and minus 4, right? Now 30 and minus 4 are the middle term split factors. Now instead of doing all these steps, I will split the middle term like this and then change the sign of both the middle term split factors, and then this coefficient of x square will be written in the denominator of both these factors. And can you see here 4 upon 3 root 5? And here we have 4 upon 3 root 5. I don't need to change it. Only thing is I have to cancel some of the factors here. So 3 cancels this 10 times, giving minus 10 upon root 5. And 4 upon 3 root 5, I don't want to change. 10 can be written as 5 times 2. So root 5 times 2. Right? And why am I doing that? Because I need to cancel a root 5 also. So you get negative 2 root 5 as the other factor. And look at the answer. Negative 2 root 5 and 4 upon 3 root 5 are the required solutions. How much time you are going to take to do this? I think it's going to take you around 7 to 8 seconds if you practice 30-40 such questions. So friends, very, very important that you start studying these very, very important things in life, and I keep on telling you the speed maths books are required because there is a huge gap between what you study in schools and what you study and face at competitive level. So friends, if you like this video, do share it with all your friends. My WhatsApp number is written here. You can send me a message if you want to have a copy of those speed maths books, or otherwise you can click the links in the description of this video. Do share it with all your friends who are struggling in such concepts. Do practice this concept and let me know in the comments below, is it working for you? All the best.